What's going on, guys? Welcome back once again to my channel. I'm your host, Avionics, where I do a lot of action reviews plus a bunch of other review videos, but whatever. We're doing an action figure review in this one. And once again, if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, as I do put out quite a few videos throughout the month and ringing that notifications bell. So in this video, we have the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Universal Monsters mashup action figure Raphael as the Wolfman. These are fairly new out there on the market. I found this guy at Target, and he is listed for a price of $36.99, but you could also find him in all online retailers. But yeah, so this is the front of the box. Screaming Raphael, hairy Raphael. Alright, here on this side it says Raphael as the Wolfman. And then over here we have Creature Leonardo from the Black Lagoon figure. And then we have our previously released Phantom Casey Jones, Invisible Man Donatello, and Mummy Angelo. And now this is the only Wolfman Raphael there at Target, so this box is all mashed to hell. But whatever, I don't collect boxes, I collect figures. Down at the bottom of the box we have our UPC barcode, if you can see that. I will put the DPCI number down below in the video description, because that is a little bit more helpful when you're trying to hunt this guy down at Target. And then we have our NECA team, who's responsible for everything that has to do with the Raphael as the Wolfman. And then here it says includes size, bear trap, interchangeable heads and hands. Turn it around to the back. We've got some great advertising here. Full moon frights, you better be werewolf. Hear the howl of a turtle on the prowl, blah, 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 blah. Some great photos. Looks really good. Turning it back around, opening it up, we have a great shot of Raphael as the Wolfman, and then our window display of the action figure and all the accessories, and this guy looks really good. So we're going to go ahead and open him up now. Alright, now that we have the action figure itself and all the accessories out, let's go ahead and take a look at all of the accessories. Start off with the first head, which is attached to the body. Now this is a great looking sculpt of Raphael as the Wolfman. Just look at the, you know what, we're going to pop his head off, being that we can interchange them. That way we can take a nice look like that. Great wolf sculpting, the hair, primarily brown with lots of black wash to enhance the look of a wolf. And if you see here, we have like the lighter highlights and light brown, and then dark brown on the top of the head. And then a good look at his eyes, where the paint looks outstanding. And I mean, look at the left eye, how squinty it is, but they did a good job of painting it orange. Orange in the right. Good looking teeth. And then just the blackness of the mouth. And then wrapping around is his red headband or bandana. Good looking detail, got nice folds and black wash, and then the two ends of it are sculpted together, and it does articulate right there. And then there is the peg hole, and then the peg for the bandana. And so that's the first head. And then the second head, so being that these remove the tails of the bandana, let's see if they're of the same. They're exactly the same sculpt. They could have had at least one of these, like, so it would like look like it's flowing in the wind. Like, it should have been two different sculpts, really. But anyways, here is the second head sculpt. We'll keep that bandana tail removed. So both eyes look really bug-eyed out, and they are protruding out, which is really looks good. The paint looks really good all around, and then in this one his mouth is just shut, showing just the bottom teeth, whereas this one shows the top teeth as well. Great looking head sculpts. Let's go ahead and pop one of the heads back on, and then he does come with three pairs of hands. The ones attached to his body are more of a relaxed, open sculpt to it. Let's go ahead and just remove it since they can interchange. So here is the left open hand. He has 3 fingers. Great sculpt again, great paint application all the way around. The fingers itself are of a different tone, like a deep grayish purple, in contrast to the actual brown and detailed wolf hair on the back of the hands. And then just even the palm is the same deep dark mute purple. And then the sculpt on the nails just looks really good too. And you can see here the lines right there really add all that effect to it. It really looks good. So that's the left one. Then we have the right one. Looks really good. Nice hefty wolfy hands. And then so there's that pair. And then we have this pair where he can grip his size. His fingers curled in to be able to hold. Just like that, so right and then a left. And then we have his third set is just close-fisted hands. And just look how all those gnarly thick wolf fingers are just curled in. These fists actually look smaller than like when his hands are all like, I feel like the fist should be a little bit like bigger, because look at the size of the back of this hand, right? And then you see the back of the hand of the close-fisted one. I feel like it should be bigger. What do you guys think? But yeah, so there are a right and a left of that. And then he has his bear trap accessory. There you go. Now this is pretty big. And it has, open it up, reminds me of the Mousers. Opens up all the way like that. So you can like lay it right there, like an actual bear trap. And then the chain, it's not real metal, it's oh wait. Maybe it is. It is real metal. And then it's all painted matte, old rustic looking, but I think they could have added like some rust appearance to it, because it looks like a brand new bear trap, really. And then here's the so this part articulates to the actual plate of the bear trap. That way you set it and it's gonna lay up like this. So I feel like this should have added a little bit more detail as far as age to it, like rusting. And then his weaponry, his size. So these are 2 different sculpts actually. So let's take a look at this one first. So here we have a nice painted metallic blade, and it has some like lines that run up and down it. So it's not just a plain piece of metal per se. And then these parts are actually made of bone, it looks like. Well, it's all plastic, but to make it the appearance that it's made of bone. And then the this mute light brown wrapping around the handle. And then the butt end of it is actually a wolf. It's supposed to look like metal, and it's got this like star in the circle. Alright. And then you take the other side. It's a different sculpt in the handle with the bandaging. And then even the bone part, maybe the bone part's about the same. No, it looks different. It looks different. So the bandaging is different. So that's nice. There's some differentiality going on, and a little bit more black wash going on the blade. And then on this end of the weapon, it's a bone rather than the metal. So that's pretty cool. So 2 different sculpted size. So now let's take a closer look at the figure himself. Let's go ahead and attach some hands back on him. Alright, so taking a closer look at the action figure itself, he's wearing that typical Wolfman long sleeve dark green shirt, and it's in the form of how it gets all ripped off when he transfers from human to a wolf. So we have like a big tear right here showing off the shoulder hair, and then over here it's cut up showing off more of the wolf underneath, the wolf hair underneath. Over here got another tear, and then So he's got his elbow padding, the regular Ninja Turtle padding on the elbows. Going around the shell, you'll see more of the shirt all kind of just ripped up and wrapping around. And his shell is all hairy. So that's pretty cool looking. And just look how detailed all that is. Going down to his hands, or around the wrist actually, and his sleeves. Got some nice folds here. Detail here. His left forearm is showing, ripped through the left sleeve, and then his belt actually has two areas where you can put in the size. So right there, and the size do flex more than usual. So just to let you know that, so you can put his size in right there. The detail around on the belt, you can see that they painted the riveting attachment. Not really a good job on the rivet paint right there. You can see it's kind of messy. Let's see on this side. Yeah, not the best paint on the rivets. I mean, yeah, I get it. They're really small, but they could have done a better job at painting those rivets. The belt goes all the way around, and then the pants, his right leg has ripped through right here, showing a big hole, showing off his Wolfie right quadricep. The left one just showing folds of the pants, showing off the brown knee pads, and then torn, tattered up bottoms of the pants with his wolf style feet, you know, with how they're reverse jointed coming out. Now I do want to say that if you stand him up, he actually looks like his right leg is shorter than the left, because he kept trying to, like, see how he's like kind of leaning to the right, and I kept trying to adjust it as best as I could, flat-footed, but it just seems like the left or the right leg is shorter than the left. I don't know if all the figures are going to be like this or just this one. And yes, these feet are horrible to stand. You know, I got lucky having him stand up the way I did coming into this part of the video, but you are going to need a figure stand to stand him up. I wouldn't trust him just standing there alone without one. Moving on to articulation, once again the head rotates at the very top of the neck, but the neck also does move from the collar area, so it's going to be able to look far down like this, all the way up like so, tilting left, right, arms going up as far like so, rotating all the way around, even won't be able to, kind of goes around the shell. And then we do have a bicep swivel down at the bottom of the right arm, and then we have double jointed elbows that are hidden underneath that elbow pad, showing off just that much range of motion. And then the forearm can swivel right there too as it bends, so it swivels there. Not much going on in the torso, but he does twist left to right like that. Can't really go further than that. He's going to be able to do let's see here, start with the splits. That's the range of motion you can see side to side with his legs. All the way forward, not very nimble. All the way back, and then double jointed at the knees too, hidden by the knee pads, as you can see, one of the lower pins right there. And then he does have that wolf or canine type joint right here, which can go forward all the way like that, all the way back. I feel like it doesn't really have much range there. And then the bottom part of the foot at the heel, that can go up as far as that, all the way back like that. And then the toes can articulate as well, like that, all the way down. Alright, so for scale and size comparison, here we have the NECA Universal Monsters Wolfman to his right, and then we have Leonardo as the creature from the Black Lagoon. And then here he is with regular movie Ralph, or Raph, And then Raphael as Frankenstein. And then here he is with Kino and Casey as the Phantom. And for added monster effect with Toke and Rahzar, actually, you know what? Raphael as Wolfman could look like a good, Raphael as a villain. Actually, all the Universal Monster Mashup Ninja Turtle figures could all be like villain type. So if you guys are all in on the NECA TMNT Universal Monsters Mashup action figures, then you're going to want to pick up Raphael as the Wolfman. Comes with 2 heads and 3 pairs of hands, and the size are totally unique, different sculpts from one another, along with the bear trap that I think, it could use a little bit more rustic look to it, paint-wise. The rivets on the belt, that's the only thing I'm really complaining about. They could have done a better paint job, as well as just the weird fact that he looks like his right leg is shorter than the left because he can't stand up really straight. I don't know what it is. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section below. And if you're planning to pick them up, let me know down in the comment section below as well. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, I'd appreciate if you hit that like button. And then, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And ring that notifications bell for more reviews like this. Thanks for watching, guys.